Hey guys, how you guys doing? It is Anya back with another video, and today we are gonna take a look at the newest job, everybody. The Chaser of Darkness. Kain, everybody. So this is the brand new Nova Archer class over here, okay? So a lot of you guys has been asking me, what do I think about Kain? Do you think it's difficult? What is it bossing? How OP it is? Should you main a class? And will I be maining it? And what's the DPM for Kain? Everything. So in this video, right, I'm just gonna go through all these questions that you guys asked, right? And at the end of this video, you will basically have a glimpse or a brief introduction, I would say. I won't say in depth one, just a brief introduction of Kain, right? You will basically know whether you want to main it or, well, maybe you want to play it more first. But I would suggest you guys to play the class first, experience it first, then only decide whether you want to main it or not. Because this class over here, I have to stress that this class over here, the concept of Kain over here is superb. I tell you, superb. The brain of thinking this class is absolutely insane. I will tell you why later on. So I'm just going to showcase to you my stats over here, right? These are all the equips that has been borrowed from Max, right? He's playing a Winacha right now. So these are all the equips being borrowed from Max, and some of them I made it myself. Since everything is in test server, I am still in test server over here, and Kain is going to release on January 7th, so everything over here in the test server will be deleted. So test server is for testing purposes only, okay? But I have been playing this class for about, I think, a month now in the test server, and I have been through all the phases of their improvements and also their skill changes for Kain, right? As you can see here, my hyper stats over here, I put it out on critical rate, critical damage, IED damage, boss damage, and also on weapon attack and magic attack over here. So if you have link skills and everything, you can just leave the critical rate out because you will get 100% crit rate, that's for sure. 100% crit rate for sure. So the crit rate over here, right? Let me look at the list of the crit rate over here. Okay, so crit rate at base is actually 60%. Right, 60% base, crit damage base is actually 40%. IED base, I think it's not mistaken, is 37%. Yes, it's 37%. Right, IED is 37% at base, but since you have equips and everything, that's why it boosts up to 77%. I have links as well. So if you have union and also link skills, you definitely don't need a hyper stat for this one because you're gonna have 100% for sure. And yeah, that's for the stats over here, right? So those of you guys who want the NES, pretty high final damage, 95% right now, okay? So all this over here, and this is actually one of the most handsome class of all. Let me just unequip this and eyeing over here. Look at this class. Superb handsome, my guy. You don't even need to change the hair or the eye. I mean, the face is actually the most beautiful one of all times already, right? You can just have this until endgame. It is like the Korean band or something with the hair, right? It's so nice. Okay, so that's all for the aesthetic and the stats wise for Kain over here. All right, let's go into the good stuff over here, the skills. Right, I'm not gonna equip the equipment since we are in the low level map. The skills over here, the skills are superb concept. The concept of them thinking of all these skills and how to chain it up is actually insane, right? I think one of the questions that you guys asked was, what does this class resembles, right? What does this class resemble? Does it resembles Arc? Does it resembles Cadena? Does it resemble any character? So for me, or my personal opinion over here, the class resembles Arc type of mechanics or gauge. I mean the gauge wise, because why I would say that is because that's a possess skill and that's a normal just a normal attack skill. Since Arc also have a left mode and a spectre mode, right? So this is the possess mode. Possess mode, think it of a your spectre mode. This mode is more of your left mode, some sort like that. Okay, so that's how it looks like. So that's why I would say it is some sort like Arc, and the skills wise is much darker tone than Arc, which I don't really fancy it, but I know that a lot of people like it. It's like there are 50% people like it, 50% people don't like it. So yeah, and for this as well, since like you see me using a lot of skills, right? Even though all the skills, we'll go through it later on. This kind of resembles Cadena, right? Cadena also uses a lot of skills, and all of those skills don't really cool down like Zero, because Zero, if you use another skill you tag, they will cool down faster. But Cadena skills, you use it as a combo, but it doesn't cool down, similar to Kain over here, right? And these two skills have their own separate cooldown. The possess skill has their own cooldown, the normal skill has their own cooldown as well. So that's why I would say it kind of looks like arc type of skills, mechanics wise. Yeah, so that's why. And you might also see a glimpse of Pathfinder over here. Although the skills are not purple, but the play style of it is pretty much like Pathfinder if you were to use this skill. This is legitimately your main attack skill, right? This your first job will be enhanced on your second job, will be enhanced on your third job, will be also enhanced over here at the fourth job. Where is it? Somewhere here. So this one enhances all your execution skills as well. So it actually enhances through all the way. So your main attack skill is something like this. This is your main attack skill, right? And it's actually pretty good, I would say, right? Your main attack skill over here. And if you use Possess, this is in your Possess mode. When you Possess, it will be even more OP. Look at that. See? Look at that. Yeah. That is when you are in Possess mode over there. Okay? So that every time you use up one of the shots over here, you will get into your Possess mode. Once you're in Possess mode, you will be able to use this and use your Possess skill. So once I use it, you can see that the skills change over here to the P, which is Possess. Okay, and first draw over here, I'm gonna just quickly go through it. This is not a full in-depth guide or anything. Just gonna quickly go through it. This is a very, very good rope lift. At first, when they released it, it was total shit, man. I don't even want to use this, but they improve it to the fact that it is so good. It's a 45-degree angle type of rope lift, right? See, it's so nice. It's so slick. And if you don't click on anything, you don't use your arrow keys, it will directly go up. See, directly go up. So if you don't have an arrow key up, you directly go up. If you use your arrow key, you can go with a 45-degree rope lift or anything like that, right? So this is using the Dracar's technology. It's more towards the Kain storyline, okay? And okay, so that is for the this one, and this one is called the Shadow Step. Shadow Step is like one of the most OP, I would say. Not really a tally skill, maybe a dash skill, right? So this is Shadow Step. See, after you dash, right? Okay, I'm gonna cool down it first. After you dash, you get a slight little time of a dark sight. That dark sight can save you on a lot of things. Can save you with Magnus Bolts. Can save you with Su or Lotus Debris, right? It can save you quite a lot of stuff over here. So that is actually pretty insane. As you can see, I use like this, and if I use any execution skill, as I mentioned before, execution skill are this one, the E one. As you can see, all the E, the execution skill over here, you can use it again. A cooldown, I can use it again, right? So this is like how you'll be able to basically move around or across the whole map just by using execution skill. If the map is long enough, of course. This map is actually not long enough, so I can just move like this. Then I will just move like this, come back here, move like this. So I can just move through the whole map by just using the execution skill, right? This is the Shadow Step over here. If you play this class properly, this is legitimately one of the most broken class in the game. Legitimately one of the broken class in the game. Your survivability is gonna be freaking ass insane because of Shadow Step over here, if you play it properly, right? So far, you're gonna be like, oh, so far pretty easy, right? Hey, we haven't gone through the second job yet, everybody. So this is like the passive skill, right? More of like the 3 balls will revolve around you and attacking the mob itself, right? And this is whereby you use your main attack skill, and just now when I show you use your main attack skill and use the possess, then you will show this one. And this one is more towards like when you use this, it's like a 5 split. This is your main skill to charge up your gauge, like legitimately your main skill to charge up your gauge, because it hits 5 different targets. So that 5 different targets is 5 hits. 5 hits to charge up your gauge. It's the fastest way to charge up your gauge with this one. So this is the possess skill for this one. If you use possession, it will just like a projectile to target it, which makes it pretty freaking OP, right? And for this one is actually the booster. Okay, so I think a lot of you guys are gonna ask me if that, do you need a decent speed infusion for Kain over here? No. Because your weapon is actually on 4, right? On 4 over here with attack speed 4. With a booster, makes it attack speed 2. Actually in KMS, attack speed 2 is actually the max. For MapleStory and GMS, attack speed can go down to 0. Which means if you use a green pot, and a decent speed infusion, then you'll be able to go down to basically 0, right? So for overseas servers, you need it. For KMS, you don't need it, so you can save 1 extra slot on the 5th job. Yay! But overseas server, you want attack speed 0? Yeah, you have to use that, but you have to break the soft cap. Soft cap is 2, the hard cap is 0 for overseas servers. KMS hard cap 0. Okay, so that's for Kain second job. Third job, this enhances your main attack skill over here, right? This one, right? So I'm not gonna go through that. And this blessing over here. This blessing is insane burst. Insane. Every time you use a possessed skill and hit the mob, you will have a blessing charge at the top of the monster's head. Once you hit 15 charge, is the max. 15 charges, 15 blessing is the max, right? You hit the max blessing over there, you use the execution skill, it will do extra burst damage, right? Which is insane amount of burst damage over there. Okay, I'm not gonna read the burst damage percentage because that might change if it comes to the official server. I don't know, still in test server, right? And then this one is actually like a vortex. So this skill is like Kinesis 5th job skill, which is legitimately Kinesis 5th job skill. Look at this, look at this. If I were to use this, it will warp the mob in and kill it. That is for the non-possessed one. If I want to go to the possessed one, right? Possess, I warp in, I do a burst, and there's still things over there that can burst it down. So that is the possessed one over there. And there are different cooldown charges. As you can see over here, there's a small little line over there. You can see, yeah? Wait, this is the non-possessed one. If I use the possessed one, I use this one. There's a small little line. You can see that the end skill there, small little line. That is the possessed skill cooldown over there. Okay, very nice indeed. And each of them have different charges. This has 3 charges over here, right? This one has 3 charges as well. And so after this one is this skill. This skill is the execution skill. At the 3rd job, you'll be able to gain your execution skill. Your execution skill will be able to burst this blessing down. Alright, this is the execution skill. The concept of the execution skill is using your secondary, the belt. Like it acts like a dagger or knife like that. It's a belt. It's a weapon belt. Okay, it's legitimatly called a weapon belt over there. And it uses that to whip some monster's ass or healer's ass like that. Okay, I'm not. And we have this skill over here, also the execution skill over here as well. So these 2 execution skill are actually different. This is the only execution skill that does not reset your shadow stat. Okay, this skill and the rest of the execution reset your shadow stat skill. Alright, so this one doesn't reset it. Okay, but this one and all the execution skill will be able to trigger the death blessing on the mob. Each time you trigger a death blessing, you do a tiny burst, right? This one is actually a passive. You use it. It's off on skill. It actually summons. Let me just show you. Summons the balls beside it. Right? Yeah. There we go. See, there's balls. In a long period of time, it will just hit the mob like that. It's like a final attack, not really a final attack. You can see that the blood ball over here like kind of hit it. It's a Dracast technology, everybody. And now we go to the fourth job skill. This is the enhance your blessing over here with a recovery of HP as well. Insane. As I will tell you, if you know how to play this job, it's a freaking insane class to play. You have regeneration of HP, like a life steal over here. You have iframe. We haven't talked about the iframe yet. We have iframe. We have insane dark side with a insane amount of even travel mobility wise. This class is legitimately have everything you want. But this skill over here is more towards one of your main pretty high burst damage skill, because this one, see, the damage is relatively high on this one. So you can see this one. If I use possession, it summons a dragon out over there. So yeah, but yeah, it's still in cooldown, but you can still summons a dragon out. So it's actually pretty nice. Then this is another execution skill. So execution skill over here is not really that much of a thing to show, right? It's just execution skill over here. Nothing much. And we just queue up. Okay, there we go. We kill most of the mobs, and we can also go down by using the burst step. It's up, down, left, right, everywhere. Not burst step, shadow step. Right, up, down, left, right, everywhere. And this is actually your iframe. Insane iframe. Cooldown is just 35 seconds. It costs like 8% HP, and it lasts for like 3.4 seconds. This iframe over here, it looks like this. You can move around it, and that's just the iframe. It's a very short cooldown. It's insanely short cooldown. It's like insanely short cooldown over here on the iframe, right? And also we have this is just Nova Warrior over here, Nova Heroes of Will, and this is to enhance all your skills, right? And it gives also a passive 30 weapon attack over there, and the rest of them are just passive. Okay, just passive over here. And we're gonna take a look at the hyper skills right now. The hyper skills, the one that I go for and went for is actually the three main your normal attack skill, right? The three main one. The ID, the extra 10% damage, and also the 15% boss damage over here. And I won't really go for execution skill, because execution skill you rarely use it, because you will normally use it during bursts. And I'm going to tell you why you rarely uses it later on. And this one as well, extra 50% damage on the, remember this one, the summoning of the the red orb over there. And this one also extra 10% range of your balls, right? And also this is extra 7% HP gain as you recovery over here if you were to use the iframe skill, which is, I think it will be pretty good if you want to swap this one with this one, because it gives you like 7% HP. It's like very good, right? And hyper skills, right? Nothing much too fancy about the hyper skills. This is one of the best mobbing, I would say. Very wide range, you see. Yeah, very wide range. If you have 3 platforms, yeah, everything dies in the whole platform itself. And we also have this is just your normal one, right? When you use it, you get a buff. Very nice animation. Then we also have this one, which is the hyper skill. It also has possess skill and also an execution skill. It's a PE. It's called possess and execution, right? That's why this skill over here will be able to help you to burst this one as well. That's why it's called PE, right? Not power elixir, but possess and execution. So let's show you how it looks like. You key down, then the range will go wider. If you don't key down, then it will go. You just go short, just in front. So let me go use the. I'm in the possess mode, just like this. Yeah, so it's like the whole way itself, right? It's actually pretty good. The skill actually bursts the blessing down, which is very nice. Okay, so now let's talk about 5th job, right? 5th job. What are the trios? You gotta ask me. I have been through a lot of discussion, looking through a lot of discussion on how the high-level players of Kain works, right? And a lot of them, right, even me myself been playing it, a lot of them just uses all of them. All of the skills, literally. So there are a few criteria of Kain's notes or 5th job skill over here. This one is actually your main bossing, right? Because execution skill, you rarely uses it on mobbing unless you really want to go through the whole map, right? If you go for bossing, you will definitely use your execution skill because you want to burst out the blessing. That's why you will want to chain up your execution skill with your blessing over here. You can see that these two trios are actually perfect trios for blessing and also execution, which is mainly for bossing. Mainly for bossing, I would say. Okay, then you're gonna ask me about mobbing, right? Mobbing is mainly these two skills, right? Actually, if you want to swap it out for the dragon wise, I mean the ball wise also can, but I don't really recommend that. So there's two skills over here for the bossing, for the mobbing, right? This one will basically enhances like your oh, I can't click it. All your skills over here. This one, yeah, this one, and this one. So this one and this one, this one and this one, this one and this one. So it will enhances that, right? Legitly. Okay, this is your main mobbing skill. That's why you want to go through this one. This is a perfect trio for mobbing. If you want to go for mobbing, just go use this one, right? And if you want to talk about this one over here, this is like universal because this one you would definitely use it on mobbing and bossing. Yes, you see that there's an extra blessing over there, skill over there, because there's an extra slot. Okay, there's an extra slot. That extra blessing over there, you can swap it out for any skills you want, right? So, you might not be able to see some skills over here that it doesn't enhance. It actually enhances that skill itself as well, this skill as well. It's just that it's not in the icon over here, but it's written to, it will enhance that skill as well, right? So that is basically what are the cores or nodes that you will need to use at the moment, right? Since this is all still brand new to us, this is what we think that is the best at the moment, like the players over here think that is the best. So this is for universal mobbing and bossing, you will use it. This is for mobbing specifically. This is for bossing specifically. Okay, then we have your 5th job skill over here, 4 of them, right? 4V skill. This is your freaking insane burst skill with your blessing. You will want to basically use this to burst all your blessing down, because this hits 14 hits. It directly bursts all your blessing down, and it's actually an insane amount of burst as well. I'm going to show you in Zakum later on. This one is like what do you call it, as a laser, like Xenon's laser. They kind of cheat with Xenons over here. So let's see. If I were to use that that gigantic burst over there, right, the execution of this one, I can use Shadow Step to cancel it by moving up as well. Okay, if I want to cancel it. If not, it will go even longer at the final burst. Right? You can cancel it. And oh, sorry, nope, we're not using this. Okay, then we use the laser. The laser one, you can move while using it. Alright, see, yeah, you can move while using it. Very nice indeed. Very short cooldown also. And then later on we have the dragon over here, the dark dragon, summoning the dark dragon over here. So summoning the dark dragon, when you use it, it's like this, and then it will have see the arrows at the back. Those are the arrows that this 5th job skill gives. It gives you an extra like damage over there. It actually gives you an insane amount of damage because your damage over there actually got buffs as well. So it's actually pretty good, right? Actually, final damage got buffs as well. It's actually pretty good. So it's actually very nice over here. And once you click on the skill once again, it will do this. It's like a final burst. Actually, a lot of hits at the back, but you just can't see it. But yeah, it's actually very nice. And it has a background music changes as well, as you can notice that. Okay. And then we have this one. This one is more of your charge up skill. You can see that after a long period of time, you still charge up to 12. This is the downside of it, because you need to charge up the skills to increase your duration of this skill. If you don't, then the duration will not last as long as this is. So it's pretty nice for bossing and mobbing as well. Just leave it there. It doesn't have any buff or anything that gives you, so just kill mobs. So yeah, so that's for that skill over there. All right, then of course the downside of playing this character Kain over here is that it doesn't have sharp eyes. Now the downside is it doesn't have bind. Yes, it has been highly requested that a lot of players requested that to have a bind over here, but Nixon, if they give this a bind, it will be a perfect class already. So they don't have a bind, so we use the Erda bind over here. And also the sharp eyes, use decent sharp eyes, or you can use the glove sharp eyes if you want, right? Glove sharp eyes give you a duration, it's even better. And of course all the left skills over here, right? Since it's Nova, it's gonna go with the Nova one. And I also have the Nova common skills over here. I'm not gonna go through it. And since KMS is already capped on a soft cap, so we don't really use this as well. So yeah, so that is for the 5th job over here. So let's quickly go through Zakum, right? I think I'm gonna kill Zakum like pretty fast. I hope that I don't die though, because when you play Kain, you will basically not be able to see a lot of shit because of the skills. The skills will cover everything, I gotta tell you that. Everything. So we gotta just wait for this 20 seconds cooldown over here. We're gonna quickly buff up. Yeah, 100% crit rate, 74% critical damage over here. I think with critical reinforce, it's gonna be burst up to I don't know how much, but yeah. So skills wise, you're gonna say, what skills do you use in bossing? What skills do you use in mobbing, right? All the skills. All the skills. This is my keybind, my keyboard. So you can see that I have my main skills over here. And I have my possess skills over here. I have my execution skills over here. They are all within my fingertips, right? So I will use a lot of the possess skills. But I would rarely use execution skill, because that is not my style of playing Kain. Some other players play Kain. Their style of playing it is use a lot of execution because they want to use the shadow step. Step all the way. Possible as well, right? Because it saves you from a lot of debris as well, right? So over here, we're just gonna use it. We're gonna throw it out. We're gonna see, right? We're gonna go away F2, 6, 37k, 37 mil. Okay, so let's just say that I'm gonna use possess skill over here. Like, what type of possess skill do I normally use, right? So normally we just use all of it. Of course, you don't really move around. Don't worry, right? You don't really move around unless you will just move towards that particular area over there, which is fine, right? Or if not, you don't really move around. So yeah, I need to buff up again, right? Okay. So you don't really move around with Kain over here. It's not like a movement skill, and I can use iframe as well. The iframe 3.4 seconds, and cooldown is very slow, very fast. Sorry, very fast. So you don't have to worry about that. So this is like how basically mobbing or bossing looks like. Very, I don't know. It depends. I mean, it's very cool to see the bossing as well, right? You see that I use shadow step to maneuver away from danger. Okay, I'm not gonna kill the other hands over there, because if I do that, I'm not gonna hit anything. So this is how the bossing looks like. See, I use a lot of your main attack skill. You might be able to use a lot of the other skills as well. So that is for more using on the possess skill. Now I'm gonna add in execution skill. You can see that I have 14 over there at the stacks at the top over here. Let me show you if I use the 5th job skill, right? Let me use one more. I'm gonna pick a 15. Alright, execution skill. Look at the insane burst. Look at the insane burst over there. So 14 hits. It goes down to 1. With the 1, I can use my execution skill again. Oh shit. Okay, there we go. Execution skill again to burst it down to 1. Right. So in order to get your stacks, you have to use your possess skill. Remember, only your possess skill will be able to get you the blessing. Right. Without it, you will not be able to get the blessing. Right. In order to basically charge up your gauge, you need to use this one. This one because it hits 5 targets. Remember? Just now I mentioned it hit 5 targets over there. That's why it charges up the gauge relatively fast. Right? So getting to 15 stacks is actually not really that difficult. Let me see. I'm at 10 stacks over here. It's actually pretty difficult to see the stacks because you will not be able to really see the stacks over here. I'm at 12 stacks over here, so I can use my execution skill. This is that you use execution skill to burst it down. So every time you use the execution skill, you'll be able to reset your cooldown for the shadow step over there. Now let me show you how do I use shadow step. Right, this is for players that really uses a lot of shadow step. Shadow step over here, shadow step over here, shadow step over here, and shadow step over here. You can do something like that as well, right? It is very nice to play if you use shadow step, right? Rigidly very nice to play. So remember, execution skill is for burst. Possess skill is to charge up your gauge over here. Then you burst it with your execution skill over here. See, I burst all of it down. The HP just went down just like that. This actually kills Zakum, if you guys don't know. So this is burst down over here. So I use possess to charge up the blessing over there. And I'm gonna go in. See, the mobility of this class is superb. I would say it's superb. If you know how to play this class is legitimately gonna be a god. You're gonna just play it like a god. You don't even really die that much because it is superb insane, right? See, I can use that to cool down and I went there. If not, I would have died, right? I use cooldown again. Oh, sorry, I didn't hit the mob. I have to hit the boss, right? I have to hit the boss in order for it to cool down. And then, oh, okay, never mind. I didn't hit the boss. Okay, so you have to time it really properly over there as well. So hit the boss, die, don't die, right? So yeah. So if we were to go down like this and coming down over here, and we can actually use this skill here, which I don't really use it because it kills it too fast. So I don't really use it that much. Since this is Tesla, we're gonna just succeed. All right. Okay. Then now we can go to Sue, also Lotus. All right, for you guys who have known Lotus. This over here, I'm gonna use Shadow Step quite a lot to showcase to you guys how to maneuver over there. You can't teleport within lasers, you will die. If you don't believe me, let me show you. Okay. Let's just go in practice mode for now. I might not have enough charges over there. Alright, we can place this over here because it's 15 out of 15. I'll have increased amount of time to increase it. And you can see that there's debris dropping down, right? See this debris? I can just use this to go back up. Alright, and if you see, oh, see on cooldown. I wanted to show you guys the burst step. I mean the shadow step over here to teleport. Doesn't work. Doesn't work, everybody. It doesn't work. It's not a teleportation skill, everybody. Okay, so you have to take note of that. It is not a teleportation skill. And I'm gonna use the 5th job skill over here. Right, this is the 5th job skill. Right, so you can see that a lot of debris dropping down. Oh. Okay. Teleport up doesn't work as well. My man. Okay, I am actually very bad at doing Lotus over here. So let me just show you again with the skill over here. And you see, if I were to teleport up, I will be able to get my shadow. I mean, I have a shadow over there, you see? And I won't really get hit that much over there. So it's actually pretty good. And once they have a lot of stacks, you can't really use this skill over here because it will jump up. If you jump up the lasers, you kind of die. You can use this to jump up like this, which is possible. I mean, that's okay as well. Again, you can use this. You can use this to make sure it has cooldown. Burst it down like this, and coming back down here. Okay. And we have 6 stacks over here, coming back down, and we can use this skill. Alright, a little bit more prepared now. So we can use this skill and coming back down with this one, going in with this, and 15 actually, 15 you can burst it down already. 15 stacks over here, you can use this to burst it down, which is very nice. Coming back up, you can see that the debris drop down. I don't get hit because I use the dark side over there, the skill. Oh, we're going back up. Oh, my bad. Okay, never mind. So yeah, you kind of get what I mean. It's pretty difficult to control a class, and my control of this class sucks. Okay, so yeah, don't mind me. Your boy sucks at controlling this class and bossing. Not like Zero. Zero is an easy class to play. So this class, I know a summary, right? A summary of what this class, right? If you know how to control it, it's super OP, super OP. If you don't know how to control it, yeah, you're gonna be like me. Yeah, I gotta admit that I suck at controlling this class. So I'm gonna put in a few videos at the video description below to showcase to you guys some of the insane god controllers of Kain over here that control this class really good in terms of bossing. You'll be able to see the full potential of Kain over here if you control it properly, right? In the video description below, okay? Check out their video. And also, I forgot to mention that this skill, when you are using that dragons coming down, the dragon coming down is actually an iframe, right? So the dragon coming down is I think a 3 seconds, a 3 seconds plus iframe. It's actually pretty good. So you actually got 2 iframes over here, which is toggleable. You can click on it directly to get an iframe. This is direct iframe already. This is like direct iframe. So iframe is called invulnerability, means you won't get hit. So this one is like a secondary iframe, I would say. So you can use this skill for just a extra damage. And for example, if there is something that's up over here, you want to click it, you can just use back the skill. This part over here, the whole part over here, the whole scene is actually a whole iframe itself. So yeah, until this one. This one, after this, is not an iframe anymore. So yeah, that's actually pretty good. So yeah, that's mostly for Kain over here that I can basically go through, right? So I think a lot of you guys will basically know that how this class legitimately works, and the concept of this class, as I mentioned, is a very interesting concept. I mean, the person who thought of this concept is actually insane. I never thought that they could thought of this concept. Like, so many of the skills are being chained up to have a effect on each other, right? Possess skill has an effect on blessing has an effect on execution, right? Execution has an effect on your mobility skills and also survivability. I'm like, what? It's all linked up together, right? This is actually insane. It's all linked up together. And the deal cycle, actually I forgot about mention about deal cycle. The deal cycle or the combo cycle, there's none. There is none at the moment, right? There are actually 1 or 2 of the deal cycle, but I don't think they are efficient to show. And yeah, that's why I didn't really want to cover that part over there, since it's still a new class and people are still discovering it. So it's gonna take maybe 1 or 2 months later, then people will start doing like statistic on which is the best skill combo to use, like what skill to use better. Should I use execution skill first, should I use whatever skills to burst it up to maintain my gauge over here and all that. So there are a lot of things to basically look forward to for Kain over here in this few months over here before it reaches your server. Yeah, these are actually a lot of skills over here, right? That you need to basically take note of for Kain over here. That's why there's no specific combo cycle right now, and there are no specific skills that how to use in bossing. You use all the skills like Ho Yang, right? You use all the skills, and depending on situation, you want to use execution just to use your step to move out. That's it, right? So that's for now. That's for now, okay? Since we're still new, that's for now. So that is for Kain, everybody. Right? One more question, right, over here. Will you be maining this class? No, I won't be maining Kain. I'll be focusing on my zero. Kain is gonna be legitly not the class that I would want to play. First thing of all, it's complicated, and second thing of all, maintaining this guy in bossing is gonna be a huge pain in the ass. Also, in mobbing wise, actually quite a lot of skills to use, right? You can see when I use mobbing, you can use this main attack skill as mobbing, but of course, but you're gonna use your other skills to make your mobbing even more better, right, than your main attack skill, right? Definitely, you need to use that. So that is for Kain over here. And overall, what do I think of this class? Well, I think I mentioned a lot of times, very insane if you know how to play it. If you don't know how to play it, yeah, then this is not the class for you. Alright, if you want to try, definitely go for it. I mean, try this class out first, see if it is the class you want to play. Some of my friends just see this class and see how each of the skill works on orange mushroom block. They wanted to main the class already because it is so, the concept is so nice, it's so insane, and they have been playing Cadena a lot. They kind of like this concept more than Cadena, some of them might say, right? And some of them might even say that this is kind of like Ho-Young as well, but one of a different kind of Ho-Young, maybe an arc type of Ho-Young as well. So yeah, very interesting, right? So, okay, that's all for this video. It's not a guide, I mentioned it's not a guide, it's just a quick review of what I thought about this class in the test server, right? This is all still in the test server, so anything over here might change, right? Might change, but they have a few of the changes already, actually 3 changes already, by making the skills much better. The 5th job skills now actually are in sync by the deal cycle, so it's much better. Alright, okay, thank you very much for tuning in, everybody. I hope you guys get some insights on Kain over here, the Chase of Darkness, and I will be playing Kain to level 200 real soon, everybody, but not really so soon, but real soon. Okay, make sure I have all my equips done. WXP pop, one shot level 200, everybody. Stay tuned for that live stream, okay? So, and when this class released in your server, be sure to play it, because you will definitely need to play this class in order to experience the full potential of Kain over here. Alright, thank you very much for tuning in, and catch you guys in the next video. Leave a thumbs up, subscribe, and stay awesome, everybody, and stay safe. Bye bye.